What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Been a minute, but I'm back. Just had to take care of some other things. But today's video is going to be about how women, they're just like Thanos. Alright? For all my Marvel fans, all my Avenger fans, you should understand this right off the bat. If not, I'm gonna explain this to y'all. So Thanos is this villain in these Avenger movies, I think in 2 of the movies. And pretty much, he doesn't like how reality is. He doesn't like how reality is, how Earth is, the way Earth is already is, and the true form of Earth and the universe and the galaxy, etc. So he goes on this quest to change and alter the universe, the galaxy, and just make it how he sees fit, regardless of the fact that it's perfectly fine that how things are at that time are how they are. They're the truth, they're how they should be, and everybody else is happy with it. But there gets to a point where Thanos decides he wants a new reality. He wants a fresh new beginning. So he snaps his finger and everything else in the universe and the galaxy ceased to exist. He changes realities like that. He changes, history like that. Things don't exist anymore that used to exist. People don't exist anymore that used to exist. History and facts that happened all of a sudden doesn't exist. And a lot of the times this is how things can be with women. One day they just decide, you know what? I don't like how things went. Even though this is the truth, even though this is the reality and how things happen, I don't like how it went. So I'm going to change it. And everything else will cease to exist. People that I was involved with, I'm going to act like it never happened, it never existed. History, things that 1000% happened in their past, or maybe in you guys' past as a couple or as 2 people in a relationship. I'm just going to forget that those things happened. I'm going to have amnesia, and just the simple fact that they didn't like the reality of how things were and are at that time. So they decide to completely change it. Just like that. In a snap. Just like that. And it could be really scary sometimes. It can be really scary sometimes because you know what happened. You know what didn't happen. You know the history. You know the things that were involved. But then all of a sudden, the other party just decides, no, these things didn't happen. My favorite phrase I love to hear from them is, "This is my truth." This is my truth. When they don't like how reality is and already happened, they switch things around, and now all of a sudden it's their truth. So now, because it's their truth, everyone else has to abide by it and believe it. even if it's completely false and not true. So you got to be really careful with women that partake in this behavior. Or for my Jason Bourne fans, you see how he just have amnesia. He can't remember anything from his past. That's scary, man. That's scary. Imagine one day you wake up and the person you sleep next to or you're building a life with, they just decide you never did good for them in the past. They just decide, all the positive you did, all of the encouraging, the supporting you did, it never happened. That's pretty insane. That's pretty insane. And it'll cause you to think, like, am I tripping? Like, did I not do these things? Like, was I not supportive enough? Was I not encouraging enough? And sometimes you may not have been. But most of the times and you can tell, you can feel in your gut, like, this does not seem right. I know I supported this girl. I was always here. I was taking care of her, being the best man that I can be. And now all of a sudden she has amnesia. Now all of a sudden realities are changing. History is being rewritten. So don't let that get to you. Especially if you know deep down in your gut, in your soul, in your brain, you definitely did these things. You definitely, were these positive traits. And the truth, the real reality actually existed. It wasn't just one day somebody just decides to change it and say, no, it doesn't exist. And that's it. Their word is just the truth, So I want you guys to watch out for that. It's crazy, but it happens. Find yourself in that situation, please leave. Do not stay to find out more. And also, something I've had to do in the past and I will continue to do, if I see, really, you don't even really want to stay in this situation, but this is just a precaution just in case if you're not sure. If I see some signs like wishy-washiness or changing their word last minute, saying just weird things that shows like they have the amnesia episodes, I do whatever I need to do to protect myself. I save receipts, screenshots, voice message, audio recording. I don't care. I'm gonna protect myself, and y'all should be protecting yourselves too. To make sure when the amnesia episodes come, when they decide they wanna change reality in a blink of an eye, you got facts. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be to use against them, but if for some reason things blow out of proportion and you get into some legal issues or it's affecting your brand image, if you have a business or your reputation or whatever, you have facts. You have cold, hard proof that what you're saying is true, what you're saying is, facts and reality, and it's not you that just decided to change things and make up stories and have amnesia about things that occurred and did not occur. So that is the video for today. Appreciate you guys watching. Missed you guys, and I'm out. Deuces.